Hello everyone, my name is Rahul. Today we are going to solve this problem, equilibrium point. Given an array A of n positive numbers, the task is to find the first equilibrium point in the array. Equilibrium point in an array is a position such that the sum of elements before it is equal to the sum of elements after it. That means we will be given with an array, and what we have to do is we have to find an index for which the sum on its left and sum on its right are equal. That means the state of equilibrium. Okay, let's take an example and understand it. So, let's say we have an array 7, 1, 5, 2, -4 and 3. Okay, let's take it -7. Okay, so what are the indexes? It has 0 index, it has 1, it has 2, it has 3, 4 and 5. Right? So, what we have to do is we have to find an index at which the sum of the elements on its left are equal to the sum of the elements on its right. Okay, so let's see if there is any point in this array which is equilibrium point. So at 0, the sum on the left is 0 only because there is no element there, and sum on its right is 5, 1 plus 5 plus 2 minus 4 plus 3. So this is 6, 7, 8, 4, 7. So for index 0, the sum on left is 0 and sum on right is 7. Now for index 1, the sum on left is 0 plus -7, which is left sum equal to 0 minus 7, which is equal to -7, and right sum is equal to 5, 6, 7 minus 4. 7 minus 4 is 3, 3 plus 3 6. So left sum is -7 and right sum is 6. So this is not an equilibrium point. Now for index 2, left sum is -6, right? And right sum is 2 minus 4 minus 2 plus 3 1, which is not equal to 1, right? So 2 is not an equilibrium point. Now coming to index 3. So in index 3, the left sum, which is -7 plus 1, which is -6 plus 5 is equal to -1. This is left sum, and right sum is -4 plus 3, which is -1. So left sum and right sum at index 3 are equal, right? So the answer is 3, and 3 is our equilibrium point because we have to find the first equilibrium point. As you can see in the question, we have to find the first equilibrium point in an array, right? So I hope you understand this. Now let's move further. Now let's see different approaches for this question with the help of an example. So the first approach is brute force approach. In this approach, what we have to do is for every element, let's say we are at index 0, what we will do is we will traverse the whole array on its right and the whole array on its left. Okay, so this will give us the right sum and the left one will give us the left sum, and we have to do is this for every element, right? Let's say for 2, we have to traverse all the elements on its right to find the right sum and all the elements on its left to find the left sum. That means for every element we have to traverse n minus 1 elements. Okay, so there are n elements, so total n into n minus 1 traverses will be there, right? So this will be the time complexity, which will come out to be big of n square. This is the brute force approach. Now let's see the approach which will decrease our time complexity. So let's take the same example: 5, 2, -4, 3 and 0. In this example, what we will do is we will take two variables, which is sum and left sum. This sum is representing the total sum of the array initially, right? Which is minus 7 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2 minus 4 plus 3 plus 0, which is equal to 0 in this case, right? So, and also the left sum we are considering out to be 0 initially because there are no elements on the left of the 0th index. Okay, so we have the total sum, we have the left sum of 0th index. What we have to do is we have to find the right sum of the 0th index. And how we can do that? Just subtract minus 7 from the total sum. Okay, that means if we have the sum of the whole array, right? And we need the sum of only these elements. That means right of 0th index. What we can do? We will just subtract minus 7 from total sum. Okay, that means now our sum will be 0 minus minus 7, which is equal to 7. Okay, so sum of elements from index 1 to index 6. Let's write all the indexes. From index 1 to index 6 will be 7. Okay, and the left sum is 0 for index 0 and right sum is 7, which are not equal. So 0th index is not an equilibrium point. Now let's move forward and see for index 1. Now let's see for index 1. What will happen here is we have the sum of elements from index 1 to index 6 as we have already calculated previously when we were calculating the right sum of index 0. Okay, so to find the right sum of index 1, just what we have to do is we will subtract 1 from 7. That will give us the sum of elements from 5 to 0. Okay, so right sum will be 7 minus 1, which is equal to 6 for index 1. And how we can calculate left sum? So left sum will be minus 7 for index 1, as we can see that. But how we can update this left sum? So what we will do is we will add minus 7 to the left sum, which will make it minus 7. Okay, so to calculate the left sum, what we have to do is we just have to add the previous element to the already calculated left sum. So for index 0, our left sum was 0, right? So for index 1, our left sum will be minus 7, as we can see it clearly, right? So what we will do is when we are at index 1, let's say, what we will do is we will add the previous element to already calculated left sum, which will make it minus 7. If we want to calculate the left sum for element 5, what we will do is we already have a left sum for index 1, right? So to calculate the left sum for index 2, we just have to add the previous element to the already calculated left sum of index 1, which will make it minus 7 plus 1, which is equal to minus 6. So the left sum for index 2 will be minus 6, and to calculate right sum, what we have to do is we have to subtract the current element from the right sum of the previously calculated right sum of previous index. That means if we are calculating the right sum of index 1, okay, what is it giving us? It will give us the sum from index 2 to 6. Okay, so if we have to calculate the sum, the right sum for index 2, what we will do, we will just subtract the current element from the previously calculated right sum. Okay, so this will become 6 minus 5, which is equal to 1. Okay, and this way we will continue. Now let's see the complete implementation of this, right? Now let's see, as we have previously discussed, the sum will be calculated by subtracting the element at the index we are currently at, and left sum will be calculated by adding the previous index element. Okay, so for index 0, our left sum is 0 and our sum, which is right sum, is 0 minus minus 7, which will represent the sum of all these elements, right? So now this 7 will be used here. That means we already have the sum of elements from 1 to 6. Just if we want to calculate the right sum of index 1, what we have to do is we just have to subtract the element at index 1 from the total sum from 1 to 6 index. We will get the sum of elements from index 2nd to 6, right? And to calculate left sum, what we will do is we will add the previously traversed element to the left sum which we have already calculated, right? So just write the formula for this. Right sum for any element will be sum minus element at current index, right? And left sum will be left sum that we have already calculated plus element at, let's say this array is A at index I minus 1. I minus represents the element at the previous index, right? So left sum will be calculated like this and right sum will be calculated like this. Now let's move forward. We have the sum from index 2 to 6, right? Which is 6. Now what we will do is to calculate the right sum of index 2, we will subtract 5, which is sum minus element at current index, which is 5. 6 minus 5, 1. Okay. And left sum will be minus 7, which we already have, and we will add 1 to it, which is element at index before the current index. So it will become minus 7 plus 1, which is minus 6. So the right sum for index 2 will be 1 and left sum will be minus 6. Now for index 3, what we will do, we will consider the same process. We have the sum, we will subtract the current element from it, which is 2. It will become minus 1, and left sum will be minus 6 plus the element at previous index, which is 5. So minus 6 plus 5 is minus 1. These are both equal. So we found our equilibrium point. This way, we can approach this question in big of n time because we are traversing the array only once by using two variables, sum and left sum. Okay. We will continue this process until we find an equilibrium point, or if there is no equilibrium point, we will return minus 1. Now let's proceed to the code. Now let's see the code implementation of equilibrium index. Okay. So as we have discussed, we will take two variables, sum and left sum. Then initially we will add all the array elements to the sum. Okay. Then we will take this loop and iterate over it. What we have to do here is, first we will subtract the current element from the sum. Then this sum will represent the right sum of that index. Then we will check if left sum is equal to sum. If it is, then we will just return that index. Okay. Then what we will do is we will add the current index to our left sum, because this left sum will be the left sum for the next index. Now let's take an example and understand it better. Let's see this array 0 to minus 1, minus 2 and 4. Let's iterate over the code. What we have to do is, first we took two variables, sum equal to 0 and left sum equal to 0. Then we have to take the sum of all the elements. Sum of all these elements will be 0 minus 1, 3. So total sum initially will be 3. And our left sum will be 0 only. Now let's go into this loop. First thing that we have to do is, for the current index, initially we will have, for index 0, what we have to do is we have to subtract the current element from the sum. That means our sum will become 3 minus 0, which is equal to 3 only. Then we will check if left sum, which is 0, is equal to the current sum, which is 3. They are not, so we will continue forward, and now our left sum will become 0 plus the current element, which will be 0 only. Okay. So what we have done is, for index 0, our left sum will be 0 only because there are no left elements. Our right sum will be the total sum minus the sum of the current element. Right. So our right sum will be the total sum minus the current element. Right. Now let's move forward. For index 1, our sum is 3. That means from this to this, our sum is 3. But now our sum will be 3 minus, as we have seen here, the previously calculated sum minus the current element, which is 2. It will become 1. Right. Then we will check if left sum, which is 0, is equal to the sum, which is right sum for this index. So if they are not equal, then we will continue forward. Now we will calculate left sum for our next index. That means for index 2, our left sum will be 0, which is previously calculated left sum, plus 2, which is 2 only. So here what we are doing is, initially we had left sum equal to 0, which was for index 0. Then we calculated left sum for index 1 in the same iteration, because we just have to add current sum to the left sum for the left sum of the next index. Okay. Now our left sum is 2 for the next index. For index 2, our sum will be 1, which is the sum from this to this, minus of 1, which will be equal to 2. Right. So we have our left sum as 2. Right. And our right sum is also 2 for index 2. So if left sum equal to sum, we will have to return I. So from here we will return 2. So we have found our equilibrium point. If there were no equilibrium point in an array, at last we will return -1. This -1 is for that. Okay. Now let's see the C++ implementation as well. Now for this code as well, everything is same, just some syntax is different. We have to include some files, and also using namespace std, what we will do is, we will iterate over this array once again, as all the conditions are same. So we don't have to do it again. The concept is same, just we have to see the syntax for C++ code. It is no different. Okay. So I think you have got it. Thank you.